Hiya, fam. Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
We're back with another reaction. It's another pitch meeting in the MCU. These don't end. Which one is this, Dan?
This is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Oh, that small title? Okay.
Yes.
Well, good. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it, but let's go see what they decided to point out. Cheers to you, fam. Enjoy.
So, you have a new Marvel movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I figure this could be our first foray into the world of martial arts, other than that Iron Fist show we did. No, that never happened. No, it did. I remember with that guy from Game of Thrones? No, we never did that. So what's the movie? Well, sir, I figure we could do a movie about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Bracelets. Isn't it 10 rings? Yeah, but I thought it could look cool if they were worn around the wrists, and I think at a certain point a ring becomes a bracelet, scientifically speaking.
Okay.
No, I think at a certain point a bracelet becomes a ring, but then if a ring expands, it's always a ring. That sounds like it makes sense. Okay, 10
Actually,
rings
yes.
it is. Amazing. So what happens in the movie? Well, we're gonna meet Shang-Chi, right? But he calls himself Sean, and he lives in San Francisco. Okay. And he's friends with this girl named Katie, and they work as valets together. How do we know they're best friends? Because one of her first lines is, "We've been friends for 10 years.
Oh, there you go.
Best friends love stating how long you've been best friends with them. Yeah, they do. So they're in love, I imagine. I mean, one's a boy and one's a girl. No, they're just friends.
Oh. Yeah, right?
Okay, so anyway, one day they're taking the bus together and Shang-Chi gets attacked by a bunch of assassins. Oh no. Yeah, so he's gonna suddenly reveal that he's like an insanely good martial artist and he's gonna have this incredible fight scene with them on this bus. Yeah, he's fighting some bad guys on a bus. Yeah, they're like doing martial arts and he's using the environment, he uses his jacket at a certain point. Oh, a relatively grounded, well-choreographed fight scene? That's actually refreshing. And the bus's brakes get cut and Katie has to drive the bus and Shang-Chi dives and the bus gets cut in half. Oh, there's the Marvel over the top. Okay, gotcha. So Katie's like, "Hey, what's up with you secretly being a martial arts master?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm secretly a martial arts master, and I gotta go see my sister now." Oh, he does? Yeah, see, he got this postcard that he thinks is from her, so he needs to fly to China because he thinks she's in danger too. Gotcha. So he's like, "Bye, Katie, I gotta go." And Katie's like, "No, I'm coming with you." Oh, best friends love coming on dangerous adventures with you off of little to no information. Yeah. So wait, why is Katie going? So we can have some comic relief around that people can explain things to. Oh, very helpful. Yeah. And so what happens when they get there? Well, we're gonna meet Shang-Chi's sister, Xialing. And what's her deal? Well, after their mom died, their father, Wen-Wu, put Shang-Chi through torturous, brutal training for years, right? That's terrible. Yeah, but she wasn't allowed to train with the men, so, it was pretty unfair to her. Yeah, I mean, what a jerk of a father. How come she doesn't get the brutal torture? Oh, wait, I don't know how I feel about this morally. So since she couldn't train with them, she watched them and taught herself how to be even better than them. But how could she learn like the grabbing moves and stuff? Wouldn't she need people to practice with? No, not even. Oh, okay. So anyway, it turns out that Shang-Chi receiving a postcard was actually a setup by his father, and he has them both captured. Oh no. Yeah, so they head to his place because he wanted to basically reunite the family, and he thinks he knows how to bring their mom back from the dead using these pendants and a map and stuff. So why did he send assassins after them? Oh, well, he says he knew they wouldn't be able to kill his children, so then why try? So we can have some fight scenes in the movie. That's a good point. So what's this guy's deal anyway? Well, he's 4,000 years old. Oh my god. Yeah, and he has these 10 rings, and he leads a group called the 10 Rings. So what do these rings do exactly? Oh, all kinds of stuff, sir. They make you immortal, also other things involving energy or something. Oh, that's pretty vague, man. Yeah, this way they can do whatever I want them to do from scene to scene. Smart. And so he's actually the real Mandarin, and that Trevor Slattery guy from Iron Man 3, that was his doing. Oh man, I love that we can retroactively make our unpopular decisions seem calculated and deliberate and important.
Yes.
It's pretty sweet that we can do that, sir. And so what are we saying the 10 Rings organization does exactly? Oh, they've been doing stuff for thousands of years, so immense you can't possibly fathom it, but also vague enough that you probably wouldn't have heard of it. Gotcha. God, how many underground organizations that secretly control everything are there in the MCU at this point? Thousands. Wow,
Oh, gosh.
yeah, maybe we should find a new thing. No. Okay. Anyway, so Wenwu explains that he's been getting these messages from their mother from the grave, and Shang-Chi's like, "Dad, she's gone. You sound crazy." He doesn't believe that his father may have stumbled upon something crazy like that. No, sir. He's like, "There's no way. You sound insane, Papa." He doesn't think that his 4,000-year-old immortal father could have possibly stumbled upon something in this vein. Doesn't even entertain the idea, and he's right. Oh, okay, great. So anyway, all the good characters get put in a cell because they don't want to cooperate. Oh man, it's gonna be hard to get out of there. Actually, it's gonna be super super easy.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really? Yeah, see, Xiaoling had already escaped from there, and they're left unguarded, and Trevor Slattery is down there, and he can help them escape. Oh, wow, that is convenient. It is, and Trevor has this little furry mythical creature friend that makes little squeaking noises that only he can understand. How? Unclear. Okay, that's kind of weird, but I guess it could be fun if it's just a couple of, playful, semi-understanding back and forth. The creature's gonna give precise driving directions that are crucial to the plot. Oh, it is, okay. You see, they need to go to this place called Talo, where their mom is from, but they need to drive through a mythical forest to get there. In a beautiful BMW. Okay, seems
Sure,
like you're
why not?
probably getting a lot of money to specify that, so they get to this place and they find out that Wenwu's plan is actually really, really bad. Oh, it is? You see, this big friggin' soul-sucking demon called Dweller in Darkness is pretending to be their mom to trick Wenwu into releasing him. Oh, soul-sucking demons are tight. What? No, they're not. You're right, I don't know what possessed me to say that. Anyway, so then Katie's gonna do a couple of hours of archery. Oh, that's nice. Just for fun or for the story? It's so she can have something to do in the third act. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, everything's been pretty much explained now, so at this point in a story, this kind of character either dies or picks up a new skill for the third act. That makes sense. So then there's gonna be this big fight between the people of Talo and the Ten Rings, with color-coordinated weaponry. Of course, blue versus red. Fantastic. And meanwhile, Wenwu's gonna start punching this wall to try to release his dead wife, but he's actually releasing these tiny little soul-sucking demons. Oh no. Yeah, so then all the human characters need to join forces and fight. An army of soulless CGI enemies that the characters can violently kill without the audience feeling weird about it. Exactly.
Yep.
Wow. And then Shang-Chi has to fight his father. Oh, wow, a grounded fight with very personal stakes? That's actually a nice change of... And they shoot colored energy blasts at each other, and a giant demon pops out, and a giant dragon pops out and fights it too. Oh, there's the Marvel over-the-topness. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and so Wenwu dies, and then the next 10 minutes are gonna be just whatever the computer is able to render. Oh, they can render a whole visual mess of craziness. Can it be super colorful, but also somehow entirely gray? You know it.
Oh,
amazing. God. And so then Shang-Chi manages to kill the demon with the 10 rings and save the day. So what are the 10 rings exactly? Do we find out? Oh, stay tuned. Oh? Yeah, we're gonna have a post-credit scene where it's like, oh, these are probably made out of something that's gonna be important eventually. Stay tuned. Nice. No better way to end a Marvel movie than with a commercial for future projects, and that should about do it, actually. What is that? That's just the Marvel movie checklist. There's a checklist? Of course there's a checklist, and you've done great, my friend. Big, messy CGI battle in the third act, secret evil organization, color-coded energy blasts. We got cameos from other Marvel movies. Trevor Slattery, Wong, and Abomination. Does the main character remove his shirt to reveal a six-pack at a certain point? He does, yeah, great physique. Well, fantastic. If we could just add a tease that another Marvel character is off doing something important, that'd be great too. On it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was important to throw in that one. Made perfect sense. So before I forget, I do want to throw this out there. I caught another little movie reference there, like where it's like it almost seems like you took inspiration when he's talking about the little furry creature that only he understands.
Yeah.
The first thing that popped into my mind was Clash of the Titans with Harry Hamlin, because that little mechanical owl showed up, Bubo.
Yeah.
And only Perseus could understand what he was clucking out there. So,
I hadn't thought about that, but you're right.
yeah, so I feel like they took inspiration there again. But it's possible they didn't, and they're acting like this is all theirs. But, still.
I believe that. Yeah, I've seen this one. It was an okay film overall. I enjoyed the martial arts stuff. I enjoyed the more grounded aspects of the film. The visuals, they were pretty cool for the most part. I didn't have an issue with them as much as he's talking about how color-coded everything was. I think it also made it more visually interesting, too.
Sure. I think it opened up some different worlds that you didn't know existed there.
Yeah.
Because they kind of walked into a different reality, or not reality, I guess an alternate reality, where a whole village existed of your people there. So
yeah.
It was kind of unique.
I've always really liked Chinese architecture, and the Chinese countryside is really beautiful and everything. So that part of it's pretty cool as compared to like all these other shows that take place in the same cities over and over again.
No, sure, certainly. But for me, it's like it's just another Marvel movie. with over-the-top CGI added in there so that they don't have to do much set work there.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate some of the choreography in terms of fight scenes and whatnot, especially some of the early fighting on the bus there.
Yeah.
I liked seeing how he was trained and brutalized as a child there. Not that I liked seeing children get brutalized, but I like that was part of his story there, because it's like, for all I know, you didn't know that you were this person and you kind of been brainwashed or something. But no, you came out and just straight up admitted it. So, okay. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like at the beginning, it's like, well, good. Hopefully this will change your relationship status.
Right.
So,
how did you feel about Awkwafina in the show?
About who?
Awkwafina, the one who played his best friend.
Again, exactly what he said, put there for comedic purposes.
Pretty much.
You know, and for me, it's like, you know, I would have kept you as friends for 10 years too, probably.
He seemed to have an issue with it, and a lot of shows will go down that route. Like if you have a man and a woman who are friends for a long time, eventually they hook up together.
Yeah.
And for all we know, that's going to be the case with them in a future MCU film. But
exactly, and if it does, so be it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bother me. But you know, it's not one of those things where it's like I'm looking forward to this for you. For me, it's okay. Continue the story. I want to know, because your dad went into that nether region with all those demons, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Exploring that realm might be interesting if you ever go back to it. So
maybe. I say there's so much going on in the MCU that you can find all kinds of tangents to possibly go down and explore. I think that would be a neat one to do.
Yeah.
And kind of speaking on that note too, you know, he's got a good point. What is with all these secret organizations that are controlling things in the world?
Yeah, because what do you say? There's thousands of them.
Yeah. Like at a certain point, you have to imagine they're running into each other and like fighting each other for control and stuff, right?
I mean, that might be an interesting Marvel project if they ever come up with it, because it's like eventually all these guys get together and say there can be only one.
You're right.
And then they're all just the survivors are all just conglomerates of one. So,
like, how do you have Hydra, who's got stations all over the world? You got the Ten Rings, who are all over the world.
yes, you do.
You got all these, Stark guys who are out there, just running their own secret organizations throughout Europe. How is that much going on and nobody knows?
At this point, the world should be absolutely devastated because of all the conflict from all this. So.
Or else you're going to have to come up with some plot point at some point where they're like all working for one other organization.
Yeah. Think about it like this. Like, there's a lot of powerful groups out there like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you've signaled to the rest of the universe that you're ready for a higher form of war, this might be a planet that they actually avoid because you all just fight each other all the time and you don't want to get in the middle of it. Otherwise, you just unite them and they'll kill you all and then go back to fighting each other.
That could be interesting, huh?
Yeah. So it's like, that would be going through my mind. If I was Thanos and looking at this, I'd have been like, that would have been a red flag for me. It's like, yeah, we're leaving this one alone, you know?
Honestly, though, he could just co-op one of those groups and get them to help him out.
Yeah, promise them that they won't,
I mean, with all the information
be in charge of their planet.
Yeah, all the information they gotta have on that planet, all the contacts, all the agents scattered around the world, they could easily take down the governments of the world real easy if they wanted to.
Yeah, you could have partnered with the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
There, because he was powerful by himself. That's a powerful ability that those rings give you there. So.
Yeah, it's surprisingly effective.
Certainly. Probably would have given Thanos a fight.
Maybe.
A fight. About as much fight as Hulk gave him, but still.
No, with the rings, that you have so many of them that they're really powerful. You can use them from a distance. They have a lot of versatility to them that I think actually makes them a really good weapon.
Yeah, definitely. Overall, though, I mean, there have been worse Marvel movies. This one was actually okay.
It was decent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's camps of people that love it and hate it, like there always is. I'm actually not in either of those camps. I think it was just okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too many issues there, other than some things were just kind of forced. So.
Yeah, don't try to assassinate your own children if you want them to help you.
Too late to learn that lesson. So.
Yep.
But that's going to do it for us, guys. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bells, check us out on those things up there, and like and subscribe again. Also, if you guys feel like you want to support this channel even further, please consider joining up and becoming a member. It's not required, and Dan certainly doesn't recommend it, but we'd love to have you anyway. But as always, this is Cocktail Flicks. I'm Joe.
I'm Dan.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers to you, fam. Cheers to you, Dan.
Cheers to you, Joe.
Later, guys.